What is going on, guys? My name is Jordan. I'm the owner of Deluxe Details. I'll be posting this on both of my pages, on my personal page with my car and my business page. And today I'm going to show you something fun that no one talks about. That is how to refresh a ceramic coating. Here's a little bit of a backstory. So this is my 2001 C5 Z06, and this thing is absolutely gorgeous. It is ceramic coated. It's really glossy. It's a little old, but it's beautiful. I love this car to death. But there is some minor imperfections on the paint, just little baby scratches here and there. But all I really want to do is just keep this coating doing its job and making it look this beautiful all the time. And something that literally no one talks about is how do you keep your coating good and keeping it fresh. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a very delicate polish on this thing and then top it off with another coating, and I'll show you how to do so. Really cool thing about it, since it is paint corrected and ceramic coated already, it's going to be a lot less work on me. I'm going to give this bad boy a quick wash and we'll get started. So whenever I'm washing my car, anytime before a coating, pretty much in general, always start with your wheels and tires because they're the dirtiest part on your car. Everyone knows this, especially if you're a detailer. Now, I don't use any crazy products. I'm basically just using an all-purpose cleaner, and it does a great job for the wheels. Now for the soap, I'm using a Body Shop Safe pH neutral soap, which is not going to have any like waxes or fillers in it. It's just a good soap. Now, since I wash this thing really regularly, there is hardly any contaminants embedded, so I don't really have the need to clay bar or anything like that. The paint is honestly in great shape. And now we're done washing. Let's rinse it off and pull it inside. So as you can see, the coating is still working, but it is showing signs of wear. You know, there's spots like all up here that kind of just hold on to water a little bit longer than I was anticipating. Like the back part over here looks pretty good. My biggest concern is definitely the back. Yeah, you can kind of see that water sheeting. So to me, I think it's about time to do a refresher because I bought the car already ceramic coated. I didn't get to do it myself. So it was a good coating, whatever was on there, but we're going to just completely refresh it. But I will say, there is some scratches up in this front end that I'll show you in a minute that are kind of driving me nuts, so I may do a little bit more of a correction up front. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and dry this thing. I'm going to use my leaf blower. So right here, you can definitely see those scratches. They're kind of annoying. They were there whenever I bought it, so I'm going to try and take those out. Alrighty, so here's what we're looking at. My hands are filthy. You can kind of see some little scratches in there. There's nothing really crazy. A little bit more up close. Look at that. That's unacceptable. We can't rock with that. We own a detail company. We got to be perfect. So I'm going to do a couple different test things. I'm actually starting to think this is probably going to be the best one with my slick back. So I'm going to do a test pass really quick. All right, so we're going to be starting with Slick Back by Shine Supply. It's a great product. You can use it for ceramic repair, all that good stuff. It's a good product. Let's see, get all this rubbed on there and prep the pad a little bit. My hands on the inside are clean, just the outside is not. All right, that should do it. I'm gonna see what this looks like. So this is a little bit harder with my camera mount, and that looks good to me. All right, let me get a towel with isopropyl really quick. All right, before you work, you already know, gotta hit it with some isopropyl alcohol. Clean up that surface. Oh yeah, beautiful. Dry it off a little bit. All right, let's see how this works. I hope it doesn't fog up the surface. I'm going to hit it at, let's do 4. Just a light polish, a little glaze. I know I said just a light glaze. I just wanted to make sure that pad got really good product. Just put all over it. Got my little edgeless towels. Let's see how this looks. Feels super slick again. Make sure there's just no haze. That's all we're looking for. Yeah, no, that's good. That'd be a really good surface. That looks great, honestly. I mean, again, too, I drive this car. You know, I do. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's a perfect showpiece. I'm never driving it ever. Only to the gas station and maybe to the shoe store to pick up New Balances. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just wanting this thing to look good. Maybe great. Just so I can go to shows and people are like, oh, this guy actually knows what he's doing. This thing looks crazy. So what am I doing? I'm using Slickback by Shine Supply. I think I already said that earlier. This is it. It's a primer polish. You can use this to basically just repair your coating. Just do it at low speed, maybe a medium speed like I am at 4. Spread this product around. It's going to not really cut that much. I am using a little bit more of a cutty-ish pad. It's more of a polish pad, not just like a glaze pad. But I want to get off a little bit more than, you know, just the top layer of that coating. Kind of want to, I don't know. I liked the coating, but I didn't really like it that much. So I'm just going to cut off as much as I can. You can use a little bit more aggressive, or at least less aggressive pad, so you don't take off as much of your coating, like one of these little black pads. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. You can use one of these, so it's really not that bad. And as far as up front here, it's going to be a completely different story. I'm actually going to cut up here really quick and then polish it. And then I'm just going to go over the whole rest of the car with this Slickback. And the cool thing too is you don't have to be super duper precise with that product like you would have to be with like a polish. Because this car is already, like I said, ceramic coated. Oh, just look at those. It makes me want to cry. So, I mean, the car's already coated. It's already looking great. All I'm doing is just getting off as much as I can, just prepping it for another layer. So here's a before. You can kind of get the look of it. It looks good, but it's gonna look better. You gotta trust me. I'm gonna save right here, and I'm gonna clip this, and I'm gonna do it again at the end, so maybe you can see a difference in the gloss. So now this is gonna be a personal little side quest real quick. Definitely not part of the video, so I don't even worry about this, because you're not gonna be doing this. I'm just gonna be getting this away just so I'll be a little bit happier. Well, would you looky there? It came out. I'm a lot happier now. I'll be happy coating over this. So let me polish this out and back to the regularly scheduled program. Okie doke. Now this front end is completely repolished, back to normal. Now I'm going to get back to what I was doing. Now this is a good example. You can see the richness in this color and kind of see how this is looking a little like slightly foggy. I don't like that. You can't really tell here, but you can see with the naked eye, this just is not the same as this one. So that's what we're going to try and accomplish on the rest of this vehicle. All right, now we're just going to go over the rest of this just with light glaze, and it should clear up that fogginess. Now, and also all the naysayers who are like, oh my gosh, this is useless, this is pointless and stuff. You're not a real detailer. I don't need to do a multi-stage paint correction every single time I want to, get my ceramic coating topped off. This coating is probably, I would guess maybe 3 or 4 years old. But this car does only have 14,000 miles on it, so it's really well taken care of and not driven that much. But, I don't really know the quality of the prep work that was involved in installing the coating, just stuff like that. And it always has looked slightly milky, which has kind of bothered me a bit. But I'm changing all that today. So that looks really good. Check that out. Looks absolutely stellar. All right, doing that isopropyl wipe down to this side. And this stuff, you know, can go a long way. A few drops will probably last half of this hood. I may put one more drop just to be safe. There we go. All right. Wrong towel. I always do the sniff test before I start wiping. All right. I mean, look at that. You're not looking for the most crazy, you know, difference ever, but all we're doing is making this surface bondable so we can stick a nice extra layer of coating on here and just enjoy our car. No need to do a 27-hour paint correction just to make it to the car show next week. You know, this is something you can definitely do in an afternoon. You know, just a little bit of time. That spot is going to drive me a little crazy. I'm going to go a little bit more over that right there. And the cool thing about this product and using this kind of pad, if there is something, I can just go a little bit more, you know, a little bit more time on it. It'll get out some imperfections. So look at that. That imperfection's gone. Never happened. Cool. All right. This looks pretty dang good. You could just see that gloss, that really mirror-like finish just coming back to life. It looks so good. Now, another thing I kind of forgot to mention with this is really only possible if you are one that took really good care of the ceramic coating when it's on. Let's just say you took it through a few car washes, you washed it with brushes, and you got swirls everywhere. This is not for you. You're going to have to get an actual paint correction and pretty much start over the process. This is for the good people who took care of what they said they were going to take care of. You get to unlock the easiness of this compared to the people that kind of were like meh about it. You actually took care of it. You did the steps. You get to reap the benefits. Now, I'm not going to, you know, make y'all watch me polish the whole side of this, but I will meet y'all on that end of the car. Alrighty, so I finished the back end of this. Ooh, let me fix my, there it goes. Finished the back end of this, finished the top of that, except not on this side. So I got to get this side and finish this whole other side. So making progress, but see how light you have to go over this? When you take care of it and you're not sitting here and just washing it however way you want, and you're actually doing it the right way, you can take these little shortcuts. And the finish is just going to look so good. Literally like I just spent hours and hours polishing this thing, which in reality of all polishing, I think I maybe spent an hour and a half on this so far. Nothing crazy. So I've already got most of the car done. There's a little spot right here. I want to go over just a tad bit. Sorry, I got the sniffles. There we go. Much better. Get all this product on the edges. Yeah, she looking good. Now I gotta get the hood on this side. Short and sweet. Alrighty, I am finished polishing. Got to this side and this paint looks dang near flawless. Just gave it that light pick-me-up it really needed. Super happy. Now let's go ahead and get coating. Okay, now I'm ready to coat. I had to do one more final wipe down to make sure I got any smears or anything out. So now it's ready to coat like usual. Now, before I recorded this, I already did go over and do an isopropyl wipe down just to be safe. And I'm going to go ahead and apply this coating. And this one is a 5-year coating, so it will do wonders and probably last longer than 5 years. But I usually like to refresh every like 3 or 4 just before it starts giving up. Lots of people say like, oh, you can't do this. This is impossible. You need to spend another 1,000,000 hours on paint correcting it before you put another layer on. They're a bunch of dingleberries. They just want your money. If you have the resources to do this, do it yourself or pay a detailer like me to do it. And I do not even charge an arm and a leg for this service. Like that little polish that I do is like $350. And if you want to add like this coating, it's probably going to be another $500. So you'd probably be refreshed for your ceramic coating for probably end up less than $800 for the whole thing. And that's a pretty good deal if you ask me. And my favorite thing about having a ceramic coating on my car is, one, it's just protecting my investment, and it's just keeping it looking its best as long as I own it. Really like to preserve all the things that I have, and all of my cars are in really good shape because, you know, I can't afford to go buy a $50,000 car or anything like that. So why not keep my car that I can afford looking like $1 million car? I highly advise everyone to just take care of your car and keep it looking beautiful. Alrighty, my friends, I am completed with the mission. This thing looks absolutely fantastic. I am so happy with the way it turned out. And it's so simple. It took me, I don't know, 2.5 hours. I'm protected for another 2-3 years. Look at that. I'll pull it outside and we'll do a little outside view, but it looks absolutely perfect. I couldn't have asked for literally anything more. My goodness, look at that. That just looks fantastic. All right, let's pull this puppy outside, see how she looks. All right, yeah, that looks absolutely impeccable. Look at that. No imperfections, just sheer beauty. I am so happy with the way it turned out. With just such a simple step, you can do this yourself. It's not the end of the world. You're not going to cry about it when you do it because you took 25 hours to do it. It doesn't take that long at all. And just look at that. Looks like a brand new paint job just from refreshing the old ceramic coating. Awesome, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.